Hi, I am Somaya Sediri. I want to present my project for the final project in ARC 655 Parametric Modeling in Design. The project is the same as the project I worked for the project 1, the main Stuttgart station. The more challenging part of the project were parts of columns that they were called chalices. In the previous project, I made some curves at first and then I exported from Rhino to Grasshopper. But now in this project, I understood that I can do it by Python command, but I had to repeat this command a lot of times. At first, I moved up object and then I changed the scale and then again I moved. Therefore, I changed the method and I use another method. In this method, I define one curve in Rhino and select it as the base for the grasshopper. Then I left this curve. It was the base for the command taper. I understood that I can change the sliders here and to have different curves at the end with different scales. Therefore, it was easier to use. But I need only this curve at the end to connect this curve to the continuum of the column. Therefore, I deconstructed the verbs. By the item, I chose this curve again, and I also divided this curve to 12 points. I needed these points from here up to here. Therefore, I copied their points, and then I selected 9 points. And I made an interpolated curve at the end. There again, I use Python command, and I added another curve or an arc here, and then left between them. I use also Galapagos to minimize the distance between this interpolated curve and the main curve. And again, I use Galapagos to find the point in the middle of the column. It was the base for the net of columns that I wanted to create in the next steps. Then I use again the Python to have the continuum of column here. At first I defined a circle and I moved this circle in the Python and copied, and then I left between them. The center of the column I found, it was the base for a hexagonal grid. In the previous project, I had to do these manually, therefore it was very time consuming. Therefore, in this project, I used hexagonal grid. Therefore, I could define the distance between x direction and also y direction. At the end, I joined all the surfaces and meshes to each other, and I used the command move, and I connected point and the shapes to each other. Thank you.